All right. So at first I wasn't gonna bring this up because from what I read, it's nothing. It's literally a lot of nothing. But we have people who do not read carefully. Read what this says. Electronic arts pre-announcement, pre whatever. I just woke up, but stupid people are stupid people. Q3, Q3. If you don't know what I mean, if you don't know what this means, I'm going to explain it to you. So, business outlook for up to January, whatever. So, if you people brought this up and like, well, Dragon Age bomb is unperformed, it's little whatever, but they didn't read carefully. Q3. Let's go over what was said so I can explain to the dumbasses what really happened. This is why I wasn't gonna bring it up as well, because when I read this, I'm like, okay, but it doesn't say today. So, where is it? Here. It says separate separately, Dragon Age engaged approximately 1.5 million players during the quarter, down from nearly 50% of what the company expectation. So what does that mean? Engaged. It does not mean it does not have anything to do with sales. It's not sales. 1.5 million players. What do that mean? That could mean anything. So here's what it can mean. It can mean people who pre-order. It could mean people who uh follow the game. It could mean a lot of different things. Engagement does not mean players or engagement does not mean players who actually played the game and bought the game yet or have the game. Engagement could mean stuff said on newspaper. We don't know. They don't say anything. They don't give any clear details. They say football globe, blah blah blah, conservative double digit net. However, the franchise expects a slowdown in the fiscal year third quarter. So now seems stable and blah blah. You read all of this, you don't get anything. There's nothing here. This is not talking about cell numbers and at all. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Let's look at this. At the top, I have it. This is the quarters. January to March is quarter one. April to June is quarter two. July to September quarter three. October to November is quarter four. So up to September, that's quarter three, right here. This is what we talk about. Up to September. When was Dragon Age released? The final quarter, quarter four. This is why I didn't bring it up. This is why I didn't want to talk about this. Read carefully. Read what they say carefully. Dragon Age rate hit has 1.5 million the first 2 months. This is not what they say at all. This is literally not what they say at all. If you read it, engagement, and it's not the final months. It's not in a day. It literally, as you can see here, it's literally up to September. The game came out in October. This is why I didn't bring anything up. This has nothing to do with sales. This has nothing to do with anything. This is literally just saying the engagement for Dragon Age the Veilguard was half of what, or nearly half of what the company expected. It has nothing to do with sales. Again, you have to read carefully. Q3 is not the quarter that Dragon Age the Veilguard came out. It's literally the quarter before Dragon Age Veilguard. That means Dragon Age the Veilguard minimum. This will be the minimum before the game came out. This is what people don't or didn't read carefully. Before the game came out, this could be the minimum of what it saw pre-order. So pre-order before the game came out, the month before the game came out. We don't know. This doesn't say anything. This is why I tell people don't believe what they say, because when you read carefully, you read something like, oh, blah blah blah, and then you read down here, it's like for the fiscal year, you expect that revenue, expected revenue, and one. But guess what? Look here. Look at all this. They thought they're gonna have 700 billion to this for the fiscal year for the next year. It literally went up. It literally went up. You read this carefully. Look at what it say here. 200 billion for that fiscal year has been updated to the range. So that means all of this, basically all of this is based on what happened last year for the third quarter, not the fourth quarter when the game came out. Yeah, this is why you have to read carefully. Football Dragon engaged again. You see what it said here? It said Dragon had the first 2 months. First 2 months expected year. First 2 months again. Quarter three is not the first 2 months. Dragon Age came out in December. At the end of December, the first 2 months will be October, November, quarter four. This is not. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is why I didn't bring anything up about this yet, because I read it carefully. I'm like, okay, but it's not telling you anything about sales numbers at all. It's literally nothing. It just telling you about engagement. It's I'm still looking for anything about sales numbers. This is why you have to read carefully. It has nothing to do with sales number at all. I hate have to do stuff like this because so many people spread so much misinformation, and then when you tell them the facts, they're like, "Well, you're just spreading misinformation." I actually read the report carefully. When I saw Q3, I'm like, that doesn't sound like anything to do with cell number. Then I read it, I'm like, okay, okay. It's literally nothing but about player engagement. Like before the games came out. Like, look, EA. I'm gonna look up this net booking expectation. You know what I mean? Pre-orders. This literally mean pre-orders. Net booking expectation literally mean pre-orders. I'm gonna do this again to see. I believe it came out in the fourth quarter. Oh, this one came out in the third quarter. Oh no, September. So it did came out in the third quarter. So it came out before. It was at the end of the third quarter. So the real sales came out in the fourth quarter. But again, this is not a flop. This literally you have to read carefully because it says third quarter. Third quarter, the results were just released. Fiscal year. Wait. fiscal year 2025. Well, it depends on when they do the fiscal years. But if you do January to December, that's their financial year or their fiscal year. But some place like the United States government do October to September, which is their fiscal year. So depending on when they do it. But the way this is talking, this is the result of fiscal year 2024 being being released. So all of this is just based on a result. If you release as a result, EA preliminary results of fiscal of the third fiscal year and update the fiscal year's 2025 net booking lookout is now approximately is now expected to book. If you don't know, this number right here went up. Yeah. And read here, EA will be announcing its results for the third fiscal year. Wait, when do they do their fiscal year now? EA will be announcing its result on the third what? December. I don't. This is confusing because again, but regardless of what it's saying, regardless of what it's saying, this is not talk about sales number. This is talk about engagement. We don't have the results yet. Like, look, they're saying they're gonna announce it on February the 4th, 2 p.m. This is just saying stuff that happened. The way this is talking, it is not about sales number. It's about engagement. That's all. It's not anything to do with sales number. This is why I read carefully. I have to read it again because when I read it the other day, I'm like, okay, what's the seldom? I don't see any seldom. Net booking expectation. And when I seen this, I'm like, that's pre-orders. That's not sales. I don't see anything about sales. It's just a lot of stuff, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't care about any of this. This doesn't matter. Like I'm literally still I'm going over this again just to find anything about sales, and I don't see anything. It just hey, this is what the engagement was, blah blah blah. We don't have it's not saying anything about sales. This is why I didn't bring this up because none of this is about sales. The announcement to it's basically I don't know. It's not saying anything about sales. Can somebody show me anything about sales? Where is anything about sales? Engagement is not sales. So where is it? Like this has nothing to do with sales. Anyway, I don't see it. I don't know what it is. We don't have the information. They're just saying they're gonna release more information on the fourth of next month. That's it.